When The Last of Us Part 2 came out in 2020, Naughty Dog faced so much backlash over the story decisions they made, and it's like going into the show, they said to themselves, let's make this even worse. Let's cause even more controversy. And as time went on in season 2, it just continued to decline in quality, and now we can see that the viewership had also plummeted. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live stream, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I used to like Naughty Dog, but Neil Druckmann is an extremely controversial figure now, and somebody who doesn't listen to his audience. It's like everybody at Naughty Dog just kind of does what they want because they believe that they know what's best. And it's so funny because in 2020, Neil Druckmann and a lot of the people in the Access media were saying, oh, gamers are upset because they're sexists, racists, bigots. Oh my gosh, they're just not giving this a chance because now we happen to have two lead female characters. But they've quickly come to the realization that it's not just toxic gamers who didn't like this, but basically everybody, because now The Last of Us Part 2 or Season 2's finale is here. And it has gotten absolutely wrecked, which I think is hilarious. So it says HBO's The Last of Us Season 2 finale aired to half the audience that tuned into the Season 1 finale of the video game adaptation, as Sunday's season closer saw 3.7 million cross-platform viewers. Whew! That is terrible for them. That is down 55% from the season 1 finale, which scored 8.2 million across platform viewers, then an impressive feat given that it aired opposite the Oscars. And season 2 premiered with 5.3 million cross platform viewers, so that means it has just tanked across the board, and we basically knew that this was going to happen. In 2020, gamers were furious when they decided to kill off Joel, and they wanted to make it the Abby and Ellie game. That was not a good decision because it's not that we hate female characters. Ellie was a good female character. It's just that it felt like Joel's death was only done so they could make way for more women. It's like they did not want a male potentially overshadowing these female characters. So what did they do? They had to get rid of him. And in the show, it felt just as forced, and honestly, it felt even lower effort than in the game. It's like they just didn't care and they decided, you know what, let's go ahead with this. And I think that they made a major mistake because now we're finding out that apparently they took the first game and made it one season, but now the second game is going to be split into 3 seasons. Okay, people started tuning out when Pedro Pascal's Joel died. And I don't know how they expect people to come back to a season 3, which is going to focus on Abby, or a season 4 when they finally roll back around to Ellie. They can't even finish this second season that he was a part of on strong numbers. Never mind in, 5 or 6 years when season 4 is finally done. Like, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. If they wanted to milk these games for all they were worth, they could have at least done the first game as 2 seasons and then the second game as 2 seasons. That would have made a little bit more sense. Now, of course, HBO is cautioning that The Last of Us Season 2 finale viewership is expected to grow due to low tune-ins on the holiday weekend, and stressed that the franchise overall has seen 90 million viewers since season 1 ended, and season 2 is tallying nearly 37 million global viewers per episode, which is just straight up a lie. They're trying to say, oh, don't worry guys, the viewership is gonna grow. It's because of the holiday weekend. Surely we're going to get more viewers over the next couple of days or weeks, but I just don't see their numbers skyrocketing. I don't think that so many people decided, oh, well, I can't make time for it this Sunday on the season finale, so I'm gonna watch it in like a week or 2. It's just not very convincing, at least to me. And clearly many other people, given Culture Crave had posted about this, and they are getting wrecked. Now, as you can see, Culture Crave is actually hiding responses, not particularly surprising given they are access media, and in order to keep their access, they need to defend all of these companies. They need to defend the Sonys and the HBOs. They need to defend the companies that could give them early access to episodes and insider information, so they're going to defend them tooth and nail, but it just makes them look significantly worse. And the comments aren't even that bad. It's ma'am memes, not so I'm gonna be a daddy anymore now, huh? It's just Ellie's face slapped onto these bodies. See, when you make everything woke, you lose viewers and interest. It's not like we're talking about disgusting, hateful, bigoted comments here. We're just talking about people memeing on this absolute trash show, and that is not illegal. That's not harassment. That's not hatred. It's people going, this series sucks now. I'm not going to watch it anymore. Nobody is interested in the slop you're creating. Go woke, go broke. The studios don't care. And yeah, Culture Crave is just hiding any responses like that. Now, whoever's running this account clearly doesn't have the time to hide every single response they've deemed as negative, so there are a lot that are not hidden, but it's still funny to see that they are melting down over this backlash. I believe the lead actress is terribly miscast. The actress they picked for Abby would have been a better Ellie, hands down. When Joel died, I stopped watching, to be honest. Neil Druckmann's terrible ideas strike again. They butchered the story so much, haters started praising the game. Terrible main actress. Jesse was the only one talking sense and they killed him, just like in the game. Dina and Ellie are insufferable to listen to when they have to carry the show. Is it genuinely worth watching? As somebody who loved the game, at least the first game, don't give me no bias. And their post is getting ratioed not because people are laughing at them, but because people are explaining all of the problems wrong with the second game. And basically, if you loved the first, do not ruin your view of the first by playing or even watching the second season. Just like season 1, intense start, then fillers until finale. Feels like the season was just getting started. There should have been 10 episodes. That's what happens when you mess with the story too much and have terrible casting. So things are not going particularly well for them. And we, of course, know that the Access Media has also been touting the critic scores. Oh my God, the critic scores are near perfect and it's hitting critical acclaim, even though audiences are not happy with it. Nobody should give a fuck about what the critics have to say anymore. Oftentimes they are out of touch. They do not understand our criticisms. And of course, take this with a grain of salt. Just my opinion. I'm not accusing any outlets specifically of doing this, but it seems that a lot of them get paid for positive reviews. Again, just my tinfoil hat theory, my opinion. But it seems that they are paid to give positive reviews, and so you can't trust them. I mean, we're talking about the same critics that gave like Birds of Prey a 90, which was fucking insane. But my point is just to watch things yourself or read audience reviews. Don't trust the critics because they've proven time and time again that they can't be trusted, that they can't be taken seriously. So yes, now we're finding out that the season 2 finale had 3.7 million viewers, significantly less than a lot of YouTubers on a platform can get in a day or even a week, never mind the season finale for something that had hundreds of millions of dollars put into it, but it was a 30% drop from the season 2 premiere and a whopping 55% drop from the season 1 finale. And when season 3 finally rolls around, I think this show is basically going to be dead. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.